Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. Ryan Suckup, the man tasked with getting this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So on first down, the Pioneers offense getting set to go. Now Newton on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
First carry for the five-time Pro Bowler, LaDainian Tomlinson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. A shotgun snap for Newton. And incomplete on the deep ball. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. On second down, it's Tomlinson. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And some space here. The 20. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. So the offense has it, 6-yard line, 1st and goal. Play clock winding down. They'll run. Tomlinson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson. A 6-yard touchdown run. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. 2nd down following the run. From the gun, here's Newton. Drops this off to Tomlinson, complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. To throw is Newton. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Javon Hargrave in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They snap it to Newton. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Now Roethlisberger out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's our visiting side with a football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. They toss it to Tomlinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. It's Bell. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. They set up the screened LT. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, Newton. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrell Suggs. And the return will stop right around the 25. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. Spins past it.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And Frank's kick is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Again, it's Tomlinson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Flexing his muscle at the 30. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They stay on the ground. Tomlinson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he finds his target. It's sharp. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. On first down, it's Newton. And he checks this one down to LT out of the backfield. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a third down. Operating from the gun, Newton. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Newton on first down. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And I think the ball's out. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
From the gun, Newton. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson from 4 yards out. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they'll run with LT to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Second and 10, Newton again. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Operating from the gun, Newton. That's complete right around the 8. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Again, Newton. And it's caught. Touchdown. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
It's good to make it 17-7. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A gain of 6 there on first. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Roethlisberger will throw, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. They go play action here on first down. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And now it's second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better.
Now big hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Newton's going to throw it. He's going to go for a big play down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. Roethlisberger got to get his guys to the line as quick as he can. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Drops this off to Tomlinson, complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Roethlisberger to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 28, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Newton. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
But how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. Newton now to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Mike Daniels in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Running right, this is Tomlinson. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you. So it doesn't matter, but thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Foxborough, good night, everybody. We are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Ultimates, their offense gets ready. First down and 10. On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
This is Johnson. He's got it. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They run with LT, and he goes across the 20 to the 22. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. The play clock's running down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They run again on first down. Peterson. Always got some breathing room. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And if you're an Adrian Peterson fan, that's the sign that you want to see right there on the other end. They got to learn to get him down, or this could be a long one.
And it's also the sign that his team wanted to see. Him making that type of a run, having a force and an impact on the game that early, that really demoralizes the defense because they realize it could be a long game trying to get him on the ground.
The pitch to Tomlinson. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Terrell Suggs coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This long drive continues here to start the second quarter. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. So the defense gets to the quarterback. Now the offense backed up on 2nd down. Handoff comes to Peterson. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Adrian Peterson, 14 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to fourth down. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. A minute 57 to go in this first half. More from Cleveland after this. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Back to the ground, this time with Tomlinson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that,
now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
Exactly. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, Roethlisberger. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
First chance for the backup here to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And now he'll tuck it and run. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground near the 25. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. Now Tomlinson on the handoff. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Ertz has it left side. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Roethlisberger. And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. And all the way in for the touchdown. Brandon Marshall, 50 yards. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll call it the 26-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. On the handoff, Tomlinson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. It's a gain of 21 that time, and that'll be good enough for the first. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And we're back now here in Cleveland as we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Rodgers. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. A toss play. This is Peterson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Peterson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be third down. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. On third down, LaDainian Tomlinson. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing. It's
also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. Now a play fake here on first down. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Tomlinson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
This is Tomlinson. And, a good hit there and knocked down hard. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll look to throw. Ertz over the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Pretty heavy traffic over the middle on that one, and somehow he emerged with the football. Way to possess it, despite all the extra contact and people around him.
And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. And now back out comes the offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They start the drive with Peterson. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Rodgers looking to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Past the 20, 10, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. Here's Tomlinson. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now it's Tomlinson. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but yeah, you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm